It's finally time! You already know that after a commander is released, I will be testing it out, and here we are with Honda Tadakatsu. In this video you will see Honda battling against every single top tier open field combination in Rise of Kingdoms. In the specific, Honda will be tested against Guan Yu Leonidas, Guan Yu CJ, Amani Artemisia, Zhang Yu William, Nebu YSG, Trajan Adelflaed, Gilgamesh Nebu, and even extra marches like Alex Harald and Edward Tomiris. A huge shout out to the Alliance DN1 from Kingdom 1860, in the specific Mr. Burger, Dark Hassan, Crowdblade, Mr. German, Mr. Beast, and Lord Stylo. They are the nicest people ever, and without them, this video will not be possible. I cannot wait to show you the testing, so without further ado, let's get into it. Hello gamers and welcome back to Wick Gaming. I don't want to waste too much of your time with the introduction, so I will tell you just the essential. The battles have been performed without equipment on both sides. Mr. Burger with his Honda is VIP 18, while the other friends were a mix of VIP 17 and VIP 18. Since the only difference between VIP 17 and 18 is the 20,000 extra troops, we were really careful to make things fair and remove 20,000 troops from the total count when a VIP 18 was battling a VIP 17. That's why you may notice different troop counts in the reports for the same combo. Anyway, this is the talent tree that was used on Honda Tadakatsu throughout this testing. I believe this is a really good choice because we have everything we need. We picked Feral Nature because of the high rage requirement of this commander, which I remember being 1350, and we made sure to pick up Latent Power on the skill tree, because Honda has damage over time, DOT, which I spoke about in this video, card up on the top, so that talent will enhance that particular damage. Every player has no city skin, no extra buffs, and everyone is using a 50% army expansion. We are testing in Ark of Osiris because they are in KVK, and this is the only way to remove the benefits of different crystal technologies. And also, the cheapest way to test. I know that 1 versus 1 tests are not the best thing in the world, but we always start from there to understand what to test in a real open field scenario. And anyway, we always try to contextualize what we are testing. Honestly, this sequence of testings has never disappointed me in the past. Another video will come on this commander, since I believe that there is one extra combo that is worth testing and we could not test here because of commander availability. I'm talking about Honda and Tomiris. Since Honda has such a high rage requirement, like in the case of Edward of Woodstock, we would remove Feral Nature from the talents and in this way grant Tomiris to stack a lot of poison on the enemy. If you want to see that testing when I find someone who has both commanders, consider leaving a like, subscribing and activating the bell for notifications so you don't miss the video out. About the troop composition, I made a video about leadership commanders and the unit that dies first on the field according to the civilization you have. For this reason, I have optimized the troop composition as best as I could to get a good result out of a mixed leadership march with Honda Tadakatsu. On the screen you can see all the troop composition we used in this testing round. Let's start with Honda and Trajan. First test against Guan Yu and Leonidas. Very few marches win against Guan and Leo, and I have to say that Honda and Trajan, even being half support and half damage march, does a really great job. He almost wins, but as I expected, at the end Leonidas kicks in his badass expertise and kills Honda. That's also where Honda gets a lot of wounded units, by the way. On the screen you can see the final report. We go on with another top open field march, Nebu and YSG. Despite having almost full infantry, will manage to trade almost 1-to-1 and even win the battle. This was honestly a surprise. We know that archers are very sensitive to skill damage and Honda does a great job with his very high active skill damage. Now we have Alex and Harald. Nothing to say, Honda and Trajan win soundly with almost 100,000 units remaining on Mr. Burger's side. Honda and Trajan against Amani Torre and Artemisia. We already know that Amani and Arte are badass infantry killers, and in fact, the report does not look too good for Honda here. Definitely another reason to keep bringing Amani on the field, she's just great. Trajan and Adelflaed, one of the most widespread high-end support marches in this meta. This was a test I was very much looking forward, because those marches have basically the same speed and I really wanted to see if Honda and Trajan could potentially replace Trajan and Adelflaed in a future meta. I have to say, Honda and Trajan kicked the shit out of Trajan and Adelflaed. Of course, consider that you will also have less AoE debuff, because of the missing Edelfled, but the march will be tankier and deal more damage. Overall, I think swapping between the two marches in open field could be a good idea. We will see in future testing how it goes. Just some food for thoughts here. Guan and CJ. We tested Guan and Leo, but I thought that Guan and CJ could be better against Honda. In fact, Guan and CJ killed Honda faster compared to Guan and Leo and had also way more troops remaining. CJ is honestly a machine against specific marches and I really like him. Zhang Yu and William. Here we need to really see what happened. A huge difference in the skill cycles was completely devastating for Honda. While Zhang Yu and William have short skill cycles, Honda and Trajan have very long one. Skill after skill after skill, nuke after nuke, Zhang and William slapped Honda really hard. Considering that cavalry demolished infantry, and they have also a good amount of troop left for being a Zhang Yu march, and the trade was very in favor of the cavalry, that's really surprising. Nothing to say, when the skill cycle is so short compared to yours, you just cannot compete. Final two tests for Honda and Trajan, now against Artemisia and Tomiris. Surprisingly, Arte and Tommy lost and Honda also traded decently, with a good amount of troops remaining. Definitely, Amani and Artemisia is a better choice in this case. Finally, Gilgamesh and Nebu. They barely won against Honda and Trajan, but traded just fine. Not the march I would use in open field, surely Gilgamesh gives better results in 1v1 compared to a big open field fight. Now the chapter 2 of this testing, Honda and Edelfled. Spoiler alert, this combo is not that good. I will go through the reports a bit faster. First off, against Guan and Leo. Much more defined result here in favor of Guan and Leo. Nebu and YSG. We won against this combo when having Trajan secondary, now we lose soundly. Edelfled just cannot keep up with the nuke of the archers and we lost all the tankiness from Trajan, which is the problem of this combo essentially. We even managed to lose against Alex and Harold and even trade quite negatively against this combo. Let's not even talk about Amani and Artemisia. Even if this combo suffer Edelfled's debuffs a lot, we still lose soundly and trade 1.5 to 1. Trajan and Edelfled. This is maybe the only combo we managed to win against, which, to be honest, I was surprised. I still think Trajan is the better choice here in a murder ball. This is one of the classic examples where 1v1 just does not make the cut. Zhang and William. Let's remove this screenshot from my face very quickly because that was probably one of the worst reports of the day. Zhang capitalized on the short skill cycle even more now that we don't have Trajan's tankiness. Very, very bad. Guan and CJ, slightly better result compared to Guan and Leo, but overall we are there. Finally, let's abandon this really poor combo and explore something better, Honda and YSG. I remember that these are the troop composition we use with Honda, keep that in mind. First off, against Guan and Leo, we can immediately feel the page turn here. Mostly archers versus full infantry. We still cannot manage to trade positive, but for the first time we managed to kill Guan and Leo with Honda combo, with 50k troops remaining. Nebu and YSG, we win, we trade positive, we have a decent amount of troops remaining. We have all we need, I have to say. Alex and Harold. Same story, more or less the same result we obtained compared with Honda and Trajan, we get here with Honda and YSG. Almost 100k troops remaining, positive trades. The battle was also lucky for the opponent, because Harold fired off many skills actually. Amani and Artemisia. So far we always lost against this combo and even this time Amani does not disappoint us. It's much closer compared to the other two, but that's because we are not using mostly infantry anymore but archers. Overall, Amani is a quality march and will definitely stick around for a long time. Trajan and Edelfled. I have to say this march was smashed by every combo we tested out. I'm definitely considering Honda and Trajan in a support and damage role now instead of Trajan and Edelfled or Edelfled and Trajan. Write down in the comments what you guys think about this. Zhang Yu and William. Here I was totally surprised. I mean, we almost traded the same and we managed to win the battle for the first time. This was honestly a shock. Honda and YSG's nukes combined really stopped Zhang here. The difference in skill cycle length did not manage to catch up. Guan and CJ. While Guan and Leo lost, Guan and CJ won by very few troops, but won. Traded positive, and I have to say that Guan and CJ outperformed Guan and Leo against Honda in today's testings. Gilgamesh and Nebu. We won again, outperformed in Sevs, nothing more to add here. We had another couple minutes on the clock, so we battled one final time against Edward and Tomiris, And I'm showing you these results just to prove the point that every test needs to be contextualized, otherwise you will make the mistake of ranking a march way higher than it should be. Even if Ed and Tommy wins here, trading negatively by the way, we know very well that this march is not suitable after kvk3 in open field with a big fight. Just saying. That's all guys, I hope you appreciated the time we took to test. I remember that I will look forward to testing Honda with Tomiris as soon as I will have the chance to do so. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one.